Mondrian Al Marjan Island. Is this the best branded residence project on Marjan Island right now? With that said, welcome back to a new video here on my YouTube channel. Today I'm showing you a project that originally I wanted to talk about already in December 2025 when I did a video in Qatar that I will show you some clips of it here when I went to the Mondrian in Doha, Qatar, to show you the retail, the experience there. I will have some clips that I will insert here, but today I want to talk about Mondrian Al Marjan Island from a pure investor perspective. And Mondrian on Al Marjan Island is a beachfront project. Here it has a beachfront plot with around 350 units. And what makes it interesting is, in my opinion, that we have a very unique combination here. We have beachfront plot together with branded residence, together with a very strong operator. You see that a lot of the projects are actually maybe waterfront, like Playa del Sol from Ellington or Miracho from Source of Fate, but not beachfront. That means only a handful projects on Marjan Island are really beachfront. They have their own private beach in front of their project. And that by itself makes Mondrian unique. Yeah, you have a beachfront plot directly next to the beach and you have branded residences. And this combination already is very unique. Yes, you have, I think, W from Marriott, another project, or Luxury Collection from Marriott. Fairmont has a few beachfront hospitality projects, but if you compare it with the entry point, the entry investment point, W from Marriott, I think, was starting from something 3.2 million for a one bedroom, and here you have a way better entry point. Also, what is always important when it comes to branded residences is what kind of value does the brand add to the project. And for me it's very clear which value is being added here to the project. Why? Because a hospitality brand like Mondrian that belongs to Accor, the biggest hospitality retail group in the world, knows how to make guests feel at home. They know how to master something I like to call guest experience. My wife and I, we also have an Airbnb business, and we know how important it is that the guests feel welcomed. The guests feel welcomed, the guests want certain things and they want to have a good experience so that they come over and over again and leave positive reviews. And that is very important to stand out in a marketplace like Marjan Island, where over the next years you will have a lot of Airbnbs coming into the market, a lot of different projects being finished. And then if you have a strong hospitality brand in the background with, it's my third point, a very strong operator. Ennismore is a company that operates most of the Accor brands in the Middle East. They know how to, like the SLS in Dubai, and they know how to operate retails. They know how to make guests feel at home, and that will maximize your revenue when it comes to short-term rentals, and this will make you stand out compared to other short-term rentals. What do I mean with that? You have with Gensler Architects, one of the biggest architects in the world. So for me, the main drivers here in this project are definitely the beachfront plot, the hospitality brand in the background, branded residences in general can get up to 30% premium on their prices compared to non-branded residences. Further of all, you have a strong operator, and they make or break your investment when it comes to hospitality projects. Here you have a very strong operator, and fourth of all, you have a project that is in high demand. This project, when it was originally launched, sold 200 apartments worth 700 million dirhams within 4 hours. It was the biggest and most successful launch ever in the Ras Al Khaimah real estate space. Yeah, that shows me that there's a lot of demand for this project. Most of the apartments are already sold out. I will show you later the construction site at the end of the video, but the construction is progressing the fastest out of all the new launched projects on Marjan Island. Yeah, they were very fast in actually appointing the contractors and getting started, yeah, starting to build their project. I will show you later how the construction right now in July 2026 looks like. But that is all something that for me personally as an investor gives me trust in this project. Yeah, you have one of the biggest architects in the world with Gensler behind it, and you have also already construction happening, and you had a very successful launch. So that shows that this project is in demand. Some branded residences projects I would personally not recommend, but this I would personally recommend. Why? Because let's say you want to resell your apartment with a profit. International investors will always go with a brand they know and trust. And Mondrian is that type of brand, yeah? Especially backed by the RAK group. Everyone knows RAK. Yeah? RAK is sponsor of big football teams like Paris Saint-Germain. They were on their jersey. They have huge marketing power behind them. People know them, people trust them, and that will make it easier for you to resell your apartment to an international investor because he knows and trusts the brand. And also I think that stands out in this project is for me definitely the location. Yeah, like I said, not so many projects on Marjan Island are actually beachfront projects, and even less projects on Marjan Island have this kind of hospitality concepts around it with their own private beach club and with a unique location that makes it close to the casino. Yeah, you can walk to the casino, 25-minute walk, or you can drive by car 5 minutes, but still you are kind of in an oasis. You're very close also to other buildings like Pacific, where there already are restaurants happening. Yeah, restaurants are open there. We have already a bit of a cultural and culinary scene around your project, and that makes it for me a very good location. In general, if we compare this with, let's say, comparable Dubai projects, yeah, comparable branded residences Dubai projects directly next to the beach, we see that we here 30% underpriced compared to comparable branded residences, waterfront, beachfront branded residences in Dubai. And that brings me to the last point why I believe it's a good and also safe investment is because of the payment plan. Right now we have a 30-70 payment plan in this project. That means 30% until handover, what is in Q4 2028. And in general, it's one of the best payment plans I have seen on Marjan Island. Only 30% payment until handover, and the handover is after the opening date of the casino. That means the huge hype of the casino will already be happening before handover, making this project a very good project also to flip right before handover, because you have the casino hype, you have branded residences, you have a beachfront plot what is in itself unique, and you only have around 350 apartments in the whole project, what makes it also still a unique project in a sense. Or if you're interested in this project, Mondrian by Elevate on Marjan Island, you want to know what is right now the availability. Like I said, many of the apartments are already sold because the launch was very successful. You want to know what is right now the payment plan, everything related to the construction progress, and also more information maybe about the developer, send me a message right now down below. There you will find the link to my WhatsApp, and I'm looking forward to hearing you. And I would say now let us go and see the construction.